Hey, all. Welcome to this week's episode of the Mike Muldoon podcast. Now, today I want to talk about the best gift that you can give this holiday season. And it's not a new car, an iPhone, or whatever the latest gadget or toy is. You see, we live in a world that seems to be constantly rushing with schedules packed to the brim. And, it just seems to be, no time to really just stop. And, our schedules are just constantly full. We're running from here to there, whether it's work, family obligations, what it is. And for many, also just it's the pursuit of material possessions, right? That tend to take more of the precedence in their life, right? And it's easy to forget that the true essence of the holiday season, as we approach it, and as it's basically upon us right now, it's time to, take a moment, pause, reflect on the importance of, giving probably what the most, valuable present that we can possibly give right now to people is our presence. You see, we live in a society where, we are driven by consumerism, where the exchange of material gifts has become the norm, right? Dedicating time to those that we cherish is really is what we should be doing, because that's a genuine and heartfelt act that really transcends the tangible. You look at Christmas, right? Let's look at the roots of Christmas, right? Christmas gift giving has, roots that go way back, goes back to the Roman festivals of Saturnalia. I don't even know if I pronounced that right, but and obviously the ancient winter celebrations that they used to have then, and it was influenced by, of course, Saint Nicholas, and evolved into what we know today as Santa Claus. And the funny thing about Christmas is it's pretty safe to say when it started over time, it wasn't really smooth sledding all the time, because the English Puritans, as well as the American Puritans, at some point disapproved of the excessive and secular aspects of Christmas, mainly the part about gift giving, and they often discouraged it or banned it. It wasn't really again until around the 19th century that the association between the holiday season and the act of giving began to sort of take form again. And obviously today that tradition symbolizes this theme of generosity or love and goodwill, making the exchange of gifts a central and cherished aspect of Christmas and other holidays that we celebrate around this time, and holidays that were celebrated, globally. But things have changed. See, there was a time when we looked forward to receiving these gifts, right? There was a time when, for some reason, gifts were scarce more throughout the year, right? It was like you might have gotten a gift here and there, maybe on your birthday, but but you really look forward to Christmas or whatever holiday you celebrate for all these other gifts. It was almost like you had refilled, your toy collection again, or whatever it was, because it wasn't like you were getting gifts all the time. But see, the things have changed. See, gift giving nowadays has expanded beyond traditional occasions, right? It's influenced by such factors as this continued commercialization on and marketing efforts, promoting expressions of love and care all throughout the year, right? Special promotions and discounts and sales events continually throughout the year, not just around Christmas time. It's contributed to the sense that gift giving has become more frequent. So we're used to just getting these items more and more frequently. And then, of course, with the rise of social media, it plays a role in this shift as well of giving gifts and more tangible items. It's fostered a culture of sharing and showcasing our gifts and the things that people give us on platforms like Instagram or Facebook or whatever, reinforcing the idea that, gift giving is just a regular part of relationships. This is what you do. In a relationship, you give people stuff. And now, granted, the trend, still, exists, on most occasions, including birthdays and anniversaries. But again, now we just got non-traditional celebrations. And again, just fueled by this ability to just, the convenience of online shopping, right? You could just sit at home and want to buy somebody a gift and you just go, oh, I'll just go right here. I mean, I'm about to buy myself a gift tonight. I'd like to buy myself a new desk. I'm going to do that tonight. But the thing of it is it's just, the gift is no longer the most important thing we can give somebody. So, we've got this, we've had like this cultural shift, right, towards this instant gratification. And it's how we've sort of impacted how we express affection, right? Making gift giving more frequent. Okay, so we're giving people things more frequently, more immediate. We're conveying these sentiments of how much you mean about you. But with all these like material gifts, the one thing that we're giving less of each other, and is probably becoming more of a valuable commodity, is our time. In today's, again, fast-paced world, time has become a precious commodity. Demands of work, social obligations, and constant connectivity through technology often, leaves people feeling stretched and thin, right? Amidst the chaos of what's going on all the time, especially around the holiday season. This is supposed to serve as a reminder to reevaluate our priorities and to focus on what truly matters. Meaningful connections with loved ones. In an era where everything is instantaneous, and being able to take the time with those around us has become rare and a very cherished gift. So while the joy of basically, unwrapping a gift can be undeniable, and I don't get it, I might like, getting a little paper and opening it up. Oh, what's this going to be? There's a little thrill there. That thrill is often short-lived though, right? I mean, I look at my kids every year. There's a gift they're excited about. They get it. They open up, and then a few months later, it's not the most amazing gift in the world they ever had. I'm not saying they're spoiled. I'm just saying it's just what it is, right? And to be honest with you, I don't think they probably remember a lot of the gifts they've gotten in the past. But they remember how they felt when they got them, and they remember the time they spent with their families, right? So like these material possessions, again, they may bring these momentary moments of happiness, but it's the shared experience and the quality time spent with others that create lasting memories. So rather than like getting caught up in this frenzy of finding the perfect material gift, consider the impact of investing time and attention in people who are going to make your life more meaningful. See, I mean, the true spirit of the holiday season really just lies in fostering and strengthening connections. Whether it's spending quality time with, your family, or catching up with some friends you haven't talked to a while, or reaching out to those people who, might be lonely in this time. People, maybe don't have a lot of family, a lot of friends, right? The gift of presence, it builds bonds that really withstand time. People will remember that more than remember what you gave to them. Unless it's like a Ferrari or something, but you know what I'm saying? But like those things, sharing laughter and joy and conversation and, companionship can create a sense of belonging, and that love cannot be replaced by that gift, that material possession. So this holiday season, or, in the next couple of days, or, as we go into the new year, let's dedicate specific moments to be fully present with your family, with your friends. Turn off the electronic devices, engage in activities together, create traditions that will be cherished for years to come. It's interesting, oddly enough, we started years ago eating fettuccine Alfredo on Christmas Eve. I know my wife made it one year. My daughter was like 1 year, like, I'd like to have that again next year. And now it's our thing. My mother, my father passed away recently. So I see mom a lot, she's near me, and she's like, come on, I'm going to book a restaurant and we're going to go out to dinner on Christmas Eve. I said, no, mom, we can't. We have a family tradition here. The kids want fettuccine Alfredo, so, and we're excited about that. So anyway, just as we navigate this hustle and bustle, this holiday season, just don't forget to be present. Don't worry about giving the perfect present, but be more concerned about being present to people, again, because we live in a world, we're so fortunate, especially we live overflowing with material abundance, that, the true value really lies in giving people our time and our attention, that, we should be investing in our relationships. So this holiday season, just try to make a conscious effort, just step away from that materialistic mindset and embrace the joy of being present with loved ones. After all, it's the shared moments and it's the genuine connections that's going to make it truly a magical time of year. So just give it a try. You'd be surprised how much just sitting there, giving somebody attention, taking an interest in them, how much of an impact that might have maybe over that, whatever it is that you've given them. Not saying, don't give a gift, but if you can, it's not so much about the present, it's more about your presence. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining me this week on the Mike Muldoon podcast. I hope you're doing well. I wish you a great holiday season. I wish everybody a holiday season. I know not everybody is fortunate, but if you have somebody reach out to them. Touch base. Sometimes just letting them know that they're seen, heard, and acknowledged in your life is a big thing. I think that's most what people really just want in the world. They just want to be seen, they want to be heard, and they want to be acknowledged. And around the holiday season, maybe it's a good time to remember that. It's a good time to just reach out to them, stuff like that. All right. Well, I wish you all the best. Thank you for being me. I think about it, almost a year and a half. Year and a half on the podcast, going strong, consistent. I love doing it. So please share it with your family, your friends. Like it wherever you're listening to right now, please. That really always helps out. And again, if you want to reach out to me, just reach out to my website, MikeMuldoonLC.com. You can always go in if you have any questions, concerns, anything. Let's just connect. Anyway, as always, I got nothing but love for you.